football. We took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-Hawks. I said the K-Hawks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple. Call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to Rogers Elementary School here in Waterloo as we get you ready for some high school football action between your Collinsville K-Hawks and the Waterloo Bulldogs. I am Todd Duke. Chris Kettler will be along here in just a moment as we welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works, Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. K-Hawks come into this contest with an 0-3 record as they wrapped up pool play last week in this Mississippi Valley Bowl Series get-together, so to speak. I don't know. Waterloo ended up 3-0. They won Pool B, so that sets up the team with the 0-3 record against the teams with the 3-0 record. And in this case, it's Collinsville versus Waterloo. Collinsville coached by Joe Beavis. He is in his first year looking for that first win. Dan Rose is the head coach of Waterloo. He is in his 22nd year, and he has a winning mark of 90 wins and 112 losses. And here is how we know things so far. Collinsville has been outscored by their opponents 74-32 in the first three games of this bowl series. That's 10.7 points per game scored, while giving up about 24.7 points per game to their opponent. Waterloo, they come in at 3-0, having outscored their three opponents 120-56. They averaged 40 points per game in the first three games of this series, and they've only given up 18.7 points per game to their opponent. These two teams have never played each other. As far as we know, records of games only goes back as far as 1996, so We don't think that these two teams have ever played each other. We bring in Chris Kettler now, and Chris, if you're thinking along the lines with me, this Collinsville Kahok football team has shown improvement each and every week that they've played, and the one thing that I can point out that they really need to focus on not doing is turning the ball over early after they get the first possession.
Yeah, their early starts for the last two games really put Collinsville in the hole. Had to play comeback both games. Worked out well for Highland, had the lead for just a few minutes, but the Kahoks are knocking on the door and could very well come out a win here with a slight upset.
And they, against Muscuda, fumbled the ball on the very first play of scrimmage and on the third play against Highland. And if you take away those, you're in the Muscuda game, of course, but you lost to Highland by one touchdown, and you can say that's the touchdown they scored off of that turnover.
Yeah, if you don't give them early points like that, it's a whole nother game. They don't need that late score. You could just play your game and maybe stay ahead, play with the lead for the first time in a while. Earlier in the game instead of later. And the Kahoks, if they could get a lead early, it could be a big momentum.
So Collinsville at 0-3 taking on Waterloo at 3-0. The rest of the games in this Mississippi Valley Bowl series looks like this. Triad is at Granite City. So Triad, the other team that finished 3-0, they are at the other 0-3 team, Granite City. And then you have Highland at Civic Memorial. Highland ended up going 1-2 while CM went 2-1. And then you have Jerseyville at Muscuda. Jerseyville went 1-2 while Muscuda went 2-1. And of the two games that feature the 0-3 team versus the 3-0 team, I like our chances a lot better to win this over Waterloo than I would give Granite City credit to win over Triad.
Yeah, definitely more of a struggle over there at Granite City, and they're also getting banged up. They don't have the numbers, and I think Triad is just really starting to lift off here as they go on. It took them; they were a little slow against the Kahoks early in the game, but they might be hitting their stride here as they go along, and Triad gonna be a big favorite in that one.
Take our first break here in the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll dive into some history, plus we'll recap a little bit about what's happened here with your Kahawks during the first three games of this COVID-shortened season, and we will do that here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121, or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're getting you ready for a little football action. Collinsville taking on Waterloo. Kahawks are trying to snap a 13-game losing streak. 0-3 this year, 0-9 last year in the 2019 season. They went 3-6 in 2018. They won week number 8, that game 28-26 versus Belleville East before losing the finale of that year, 65-13 to Edwardsville. So that loss coupled with the 0-9 season the year before, and then the 0-3 this year means 13 games since Collinsville has won a game. Collinsville did take a brief 20-19 lead over Highland last week. That was the first lead that Collinsville has had in football since a 6-0 lead in the first quarter of the game against Peoria Notre Dame. That was back on October the 18th of 2019. And that was a touchdown pass from Colby Anderson to Trey Swaggart. Both of those guys are playing here tonight. That was the first lead that Collinsville had in a football game in 19 quarters of football. Turnovers leading to points. We mentioned that earlier. Fumble on the first offensive snap of the game against Mascoutah, 7 points. Fumble on the third offensive snap against Highland, 7 points. Ended up losing by 7 points. So Collinsville has some work to do, and they have a tough opponent tonight in Waterloo. Dan Rose, his first season was the 2000 season. They went 2-7, went 4-5 the next year before year number 3. Brought a playoff qualifying team at 7-2. Of course, I mentioned this the last couple of times that we've been together, man. Yeah. The opposing coaches struggled in their first 2 years. By year number 3, they're a playoff team. That's what we're hoping to get accomplished here in Collinsville.
Yeah, when you get a coach that sits around for 22 years, any new coach is going to take them bumps, but you like to have one that sticks around for all that long period of time. They'll build that winning program up as they go along.
That year they went 7-2. They lost in round 1 to Charleston, 35-28. That was the first of 10 playoff appearances over the next 15 years for Waterloo. They last went into a playoff season in 2016 when they went 5-5. They struggled since then, though. They went 2-5 over their last 3 years, 1-8 last year, and in 2019, just like Collinsville, or in 2019 they went 1-8. In 2018 they went 0-9. So they again are trying to build their program back up.
Well, you've had a lot of good teams come through the valley here lately. Triad's been doing well, Mascoutah and Highland. So it's been some tough sledding, and Waterloo just ended up on the wrong end of that.
All right, we take our final break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show as they get ready for the national anthem here. And when we come back, we'll have some football going on, and we'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back to Rogers Elementary School here in Waterloo. Just about ready for some football between Collinsville and the Waterloo Bulldogs. Senior night here for Waterloo. Whoa. We're up in the bleachers. And sometimes it's a little scary because these are some old-fashioned bleachers up here in this old elementary school football field that used to be the high school football field and now is the middle school football field. So
Yeah, the high school field had a flood
yes, they did.
a while
you showed me
back.
the picture.
while back, and they're still working on their turf out there, so they're over here. Maybe they'll be back over there in the fall.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers we have individually for you. We will begin with Waterloo. Look for their quarterback, Eric Brown, number 19. He has completed 18 of 26 passes so far in the year for 69%. 195 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And he has a quarterback rating of 120.9. Colby Anderson, his counterpart, has completed 11 of 30 passes this year for 165 yards, and he has no touchdowns. He's fumbled the ball once, and those are the looks at your starting quarterbacks here in this one. Collinsville is going to get the ball first again. This is the third week in a row. Actually, I think every week they've gotten the ball first, haven't they? Over the shoulder, and a down at the 22-yard line.
I think all 4 weeks, yeah, we've gotten the ball first.
Eric Stuber ended up downing that ball. It was a little bit of a
Looked like he was trying to signal fair catch, too, but he didn't handle it cleanly.
no, he did not.
Rolled back to the 22.
So that was a little exciting. So Collinsville will start off 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. And it'll be Colby Anderson and company out trying to win their first game. As I mentioned, they've improved every single week. So we look for that kind of improvement to continue. Leading rusher for Collinsville, Stevie Green, 186 yards on 21 attempts, averaging 8.9 a carry. He's in the backfield. He gets the carry, and he cuts it up right up through the right tackle and gets a couple of positive yards up to the 25-yard line, gain of 3.
But a successful play we saw last week when they started putting Green in the backfield. Likes to run to that right side and cut back in behind the right tackle. Gain of about 3.
Jaden Neighbors had fumbleitis last week. We do have some dark, ominous clouds to the south of us. And we've been looking at our radar screens and trying to get an idea what's going to happen. It looks like we're going to get this game in, as all that is going to scoot from west to east and not come up north until after midnight. Another nice move by Stevie Green. He's got a first down and more in front of the Waterloo bench. And he gets taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And Collinsville and Stevie Green on the move.
Proved pretty elusive there, but he comes up hobbling. He's going to go down. He broke a tackle in the backfield, broke another tackle, and then got upfield and hobbles a few feet and falls down.
Well, that's a shame.
Fortunately.
He's calling over the athletic trainer for Waterloo from the closest sideline. And then Collinsville's athletic trainer comes over as well, and the referees are going to send both teams back to their respective benches. Stevie Green is injured. We hope it's not too bad, but we have an injury timeout, so we are going to take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service. Whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys' haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. And once again, we welcome you back, to Rogers Elementary School here in Waterloo. It's not good news for Stevie Green. He is still down, and they have brought out the cart, and they have brought out the inflatable splint to put, I believe that they were paying attention to his left leg. I don't want to speculate, but that's what it looked like before the crowd gathered around, and I can't see anything from here. And we're not going to show it to you, so forgive us for just pointing it at the scoreboard. The other direction, we have some very dark clouds that have moved into the area, and like I said, from what we heard, it's supposed to stay down to the south of us and move from west to east, but it's inching a little closer north, it looks like, and we just saw some lightning in the background just a moment ago, so this has a eerie kind of feeling like we did this before in Lincoln last year, or in 2019.
That's exactly where our minds went.
Yeah.
That we had a player hurt, and then lightning started, and from storms that were far away but were close enough to see, and this happened before, and probably going to have an ambulance on the way here to the field.
Well, Stevie Green's sitting up, so it is a leg problem, and it looks like they have that inflatable splint on his left leg, so just like Aaron Moulton, a leg injury early on and then followed by lightning. That game ended up getting postponed until the next day. And if I remember correctly, I couldn't make the trip up there the next day, so.
No, you didn't make the trip back up, and Lincoln has their own broadcast, and just sat on the sideline by myself there and watched the game.
Yeah. So we are kind of hoping for not a repeat performance of what happened after the injury to Aaron Moulton. Just so everyone knows, Stevie Green's okay. He's healthy. He's all right. It's not like he's knocked out or anything. It was a leg issue, so they've got the air splint on his leg, and they have got the stretcher out, and they're getting ready to put him on it to get him off of the field.
Mom's down there.
Mom's down there. Coach Beavis, of course, is down there. Athletic Director Clay Smith. Basketball coach Darren Lee down there as well, as Mom was sitting right in front of us when it happened. As soon as she saw the cart being moved out to the field, she left her seat and went down. So that's where we stand right now. We are at an injury timeout.
Just 2 plays into the game, and we're already stopped here.
Yeah, Collinsville got a first down on the run by Stevie Green. So let's give you a little bit more information on Waterloo since we have some time. Before Dan Rose's tenure here, the Bulldogs made the playoffs 6 times between 1984 and 1999. They took second place in state in 1993 under Brent McGee when they went 13-1. The only loss that year was in the championship game of the Class 3A championship. They lost 48-18 to Pontiac Heights School.
Shaking up on the play.
The road to state that year for Waterloo. They beat Nashville 26-0 in round 1. They beat DuQuoin in a tight one, 7-6 in round 2 at DuQuoin. The first game was actually at Waterloo. Quarterfinal action was also at Waterloo. They downed Harrisburg 28-14. And then in the semifinal against Breeze Mater Dei, another nail-biter of a game, a 7-6 game as well. So in that run up to the second place trophy, they had 2 games that were nail-biters at 7-6. How about that?
Close games, you got to be able to win them, and they did that, got all the way to the finals.
All right, you can show him now. He's up on the stretcher, and everybody see that Stevie Green is okay, getting patted on by everybody we just mentioned before and getting loaded onto the cart. So his left leg is in the air splint, and
Get
Stevie
some
Green's
handshakes
night is
from
done.
Waterloo.
Yeah,
Coaching staff.
Stephen Green's night is finished. Rose's 10 trips to the playoffs have all ended with first-round losses. Only 2 of the 16 trips to the playoffs have been pushed past the first round. In 1993 and 1994, they went 7-4, beat Harrisburg again, and then lost to DuQuoin in 1994. So a little bit of information on what we have as far as Waterloo is concerned. As we mentioned earlier, Collinsville here at Waterloo. Triad is at Granite City. Highland is at Civic Memorial. And Jerseyville is at Mascoutah. So whoever wins this game will face the winner of the Mascoutah-Jerseyville game. That would be semifinal action. Whoever loses this game gets dropped to the consolation bracket, and they will take on the loser of the Mascoutah-Jerseyville game. So there is a possibility, if Collinsville can win and Mascoutah does what they do, that Collinsville can play Mascoutah again next week. At Collinsville, though.
I believe, yes, that's possible. I think they may give special consideration to try to avoid some repeated matchups maybe, but that's all to be determined as that will be released later, probably later tonight.
Well, if the top seeds win, that means Triad would win, Highland would win, and Mascoutah would win.
Right.
So
if everybody who was in the same pool,
Yeah.
you can't avoid it.
yeah, you can't.
And now they take the card over here, and the team goes over and talks to Green.
Yep, team wants to make sure that they give him well wishes. And Stephen Knight's green is over, so you will see probably more of Jaden Neighbors. And
Yeah, this has to change your game plan now.
Yep.
Just seconds into the game. Unfortunately for Collinsville, we're looking to get some good carries out of Green here tonight, and may have to bring in a different back, and what that different back may present to the game may be different than what you would how you would be attacking the game with Green.
And all the meanwhile, these clouds are creeping a little bit closer.
Well, we're losing the daylight here, so the dark clouds.
Well, they're all stretched over here now. They were all to the They were all to the south earlier. Now they've stretched up a little bit farther north.
Yeah,
So
creeping
we're
that way too.
hoping we can get this game in. Hoping it doesn't start raining before we get this thing over with, because there's a lot of expensive equipment up here that could get wet. As everybody gives Stephen Green a round of applause as the cart heads off the field, just as the ambulance pulls up down here at the north end zone. And we'll get back to action. So, of course, we wish the best for Stevie Green. Speedy recovery.
Ambulance got here pretty quick in time. We usually have one at our field on standby, but
Yeah.
but it all worked out fine.
So Jaden Neighbors comes in as the new running back to replace Green. He stands over the right-hand shoulder of Anderson. We're back to action. Handoff goes to Neighbors. All he needs to do is hold on to the ball. He busts forward and looks like he picks up another first down into Bulldog territory.
This time the Kahawks track going around that left side. Yeah, Neighbors, the new back in there. Yeah, picks up about 11.
So fresh set of downs here for Collinsville as another lightning strike happens off in the distance. And the Kahawks are moving the ball. Mode lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. You have Travion Swaggart over here on the near side with a slot man as well. And this time it's going to be Anderson who keeps the ball, and he'll take it up the left side. And he'll get some positive yardage out of that, about 5 or 6, maybe even a little bit more, 7.
They really keyed in on Neighbors, thinking he got the handoff, and good push by the offensive line to give Colby Anderson some running room.
And number 62.
I was almost contemplating whether I just wanted to set it up on the phone and do it on the Facebook page tonight because I didn't want to take the chance on getting the stuff wet. But I looked at that future cast and saw that it was going to stay south until later on tonight and decided to set everything up. Here's a handoff to Neighbors right through the middle, and it looks like he will pick up another first down, and he does.
Yeah, now I'm seeing that lady.
Brought down by number 25.
Yeah. Ball just shy of the Bulldogs' 30-yard line. Collinsville moving the ball well here on their first possession. Anderson comes in from the sideline with the play from head coach Joe Beavis. Beavis in his first year has a couple more games to coach in the football side, and then he's got to get to work on the wrestling side. Mode again lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Travion Swaggart on the near side, and the slot receiver, that is Kyle Kershaw, and the handoff goes to Neighbors, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. He'll push forward for a couple of yards before the whistles blow, and he'll get forward progress, and that'll be about 3 yards.
Waterloo covered up that hole there this time. Just the initial push was able, Neighbors was able to get the 3 yards.
Neighbors came into the game having carried the ball 34 times, 108 yards. Averaging 3.2 per carry. And he had a couple of fumbles in that Highland loss. Same formation. Neighbors stands offset to the right shoulder of Anderson. 2 wide receivers on the near, 1 on the far. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Neighbors. He tries up the middle again, and that hole got swallowed up quickly.
I don't know if Waterloo brought up an extra guy there, and that was a big lightning strike.
Yeah, there's been a few of them.
Stopped by number 81, Drew Goff.
Waterloo might have plugged that hole there, brought an extra guy up there, and they keyed in on that run there by Neighbors, hold them to a short gain.
Drew Goff on the stop, a loss of 1 on the play, and a 3rd and 8 coming up here for Collinsville. So they were moving the ball quite well until the last couple of plays. This time, well, it's the same formation. Kershaw in the slot. Swaggart over here on the near side. Mode on the far side. Here's the snap. Anderson rolls out to his right. He's looking. He's throwing, and he throws it over the hands of Kershaw, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He also had tight end
Anderson's pass.
Garcia Cloud out there in a little bit of a slot position there. He tried to the outside. Weren't able to find him either.
So 4th down for Collinsville, 4th and 8. And looks like they're going to go for it as Anderson comes back in from the sideline with the play just given to him by Coach Beavis. Zach Roseman says it's supposed to say south till later. That's what I say too, but the clouds are close here than they were when we started the game. All we have to hope is that they don't stop it because of the lightning that's far, far away. 4th down, turnaround, play, and a pass that is into the hands of Richardson. He dodges and he books and he moves. He's down the sideline, and is he in for a touchdown? Yes, it is a touchdown.
Broke the big
Kahawks
play.
score first on a big run by number 9, Jerry Richardson. Richardson picks up his 2nd touchdown of the year.
It was his first time out there, too. He catches the pass after Anderson initially goes right, pushes it back to his left.
That was a 25-yard pass play for a touchdown, and here is young Andrew Chai trying the extra point. Anderson on the hold, low snap, kick is on the way, and it is good. And Collinsville jumps out to a 7-0 lead after a 25-yard pass play from Anderson to Richardson. So the Kahawks lead 7-0. We have a timeout on the field. Waterloo will get their first crack at offense when we come back from our timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School in Waterloo. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. 25-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Richardson.
Yep, and on fourth down.
Yeah.
Kahawks go right down and score, especially after the injury stopped play after 2 plays.
And the ensuing kickoff is brought forward. And Waterloo
Number 18, Chase Vito.
will start off on their first possession. Not too shabby of a starting field position, 35-yard line. And we will get our first look at Eric Brown, the quarterback. Leading rusher is Evan Davis. He has 88 attempts, 473 yards with those tries. 6 touchdowns, averages 5.4 yards per carry. And he's the team leader in overall yards with 492. Here is a handoff, and it goes around the left end, and it's given to Jack McFarlane. McFarlane has carried the ball 18 times for 161 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So he picks up some positive yardage, about 3 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 7. There's a snap and a pitch back over on the left side once again. And a big hole there for Evan Davis. I already told you.
Chase Counton tackles him down there. Waterloo works real quick. They're ready to snap it real quick here.
7:29 left to play in this first quarter. 7-0 lead in favor of Collinsville after a long first possession drive by the Kahawks. And again, a run by Davis, and Davis looks like he's going to be a handful tonight.
Block in the back.
Yeah, Waterloo's really on their blocks there. Yount was getting a good block. They really wrap up the Kahawks.
And they're going to go ahead and give them a first down. It was close. There are no measurement, so first down Waterloo. They move the chains once again as they sit on the Kahawk 35-yard line. And again, Eric Brown in shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near, goes into motion. And the handoff goes to McFarlane. McFarlane cuts around the right side, zigs and zags, and picks up about 5 yards up to the Kahawk 30-yard line.
Send the man in motion from one side to the other. Tries to turn that corner. Picks up 5.
So Collinsville, a nice, long, methodical drive downfield. Waterloo is getting down there in a hurry. Wide receiver here on the near side. That's Ethan Horvath. In the slot, Dustin Crawford. Man goes into motion again, and this time Brown's going to pass it down the middle. He's going to overthrow his receiver. And incomplete pass just outside of the end zone. That was intended there for Adam Yount. Yount only has 1 catch this year for 25 yards.
Surprised they went for that guy farthest down. 1-on-1 coverage, more on the near side, and one guy underneath wide open. They went for the longer pass, and it was overthrown.
Clock stops on the incomplete pass with 6:44. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and about 5, actually, from the Kahawk 30. And the handoff goes right up the middle, and this time they smother Evan Davis, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe got a yard. Chase Counton on the tackle.
Chase Counton, Dalton Hersey. Hersey in there with the pancake after Counting at the initial wrap-up.
So 4th down and about 3 to go here for Waterloo. Here's the snap, and the pitch back is going to go once again to Davis, and Davis gets taken out right at the 35-yard line, and that's where they needed to get for a 1st down, and they will go ahead and give them that 1st down.
Counting wrapped up his feet about 2 yards behind, and falling forward resulted in the 1st down.
Chase Counton came in leading Collinsville in tackles this year with 19 and a half, 11 solo, and he's assisted on 17 others. Single tight end formation, 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 lone setback, and a man comes into motion. That's McFarlane. McFarlane gets the handoff, and nope, it's a quarterback keeper, and the quarterback got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Mode in there on the tackle, as well as Nick Becker.
Yeah, those guys are on the right spot. Quarterback said, I'm going to take this up the middle, and Becker in Mode stopped him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Halfway through this 1st quarter, 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Quarterback in shotgun, hands the ball off once again, and around the right side, and Evan Davis got popped behind the line of scrimmage, but then bounced off of it and picked up some more positive yardage. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 to go for a 1st down here as the ball sits on Collinsville's 18-yard line. Now Davis is in I formation, and a keeper a fumble. Collinsville says they have it, and they do. Kahawks get the ball back with 5:20 left to play here in this 1st quarter. Kahawks already leading 7-0, looking to add on to it.
There you go. Last week, Kahawks benefited getting 3 turnovers from Highland. Now Waterloo turns the ball deep here, down here in the red zone. Bend but don't break there. They drove down, and the Kahawks benefited with the turnover.
Kahawks on the road in their purple trousers, white jerseys, purple numbers. The home team Waterloo Bulldogs all dressed in black. Orange helmets. Numbers on their backs are in orange as well. And a big W on the sides of their helmets. So Collinsville gets the ball, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Jaden Neighbors. Sheds 1 tackler. Comes to the sideline here and gets pushed into the Waterloo bench after he gains about 6 on the play.
No fear, stays with it. One guy getting in his face. Seconds into the carry, and then he breaks to the outside, picks up 5.
By the way, it's about 25 degrees warmer here than it was a week ago today in Highland. Big difference. Even though we have some threatening skies around us, I guess I'll take that any day over that. We started off, last week at 50 degrees at kickoff and slowly fell into the 40s. We were freezing by the end of the game. Mode lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. 2 wide receivers, including Travion Swaggart over here on the near side. Anderson in shotgun, and a timeout called by head coach Joe Beavis. So Collinsville calls their first timeout. Coach Beavis apparently saw something that he didn't like. So timeout on the field. We will step aside as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. 25-yard touchdown pass from Colby Anderson to Jerry Richardson has given Collinsville an early lead here, and a turnover on the first drive for Waterloo has given Collinsville the ball back. 2nd down and 5. Ball right around the 23, 24-yard line. Anderson in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He looks over to the right and overthrows, and into the hands of the safety, and a touchdown for Waterloo.
8, Dustin Crawford. Way over the head of Swigert.
Yep.
And Crawford was there to pick it up, and he goes 35 yards.
Picked it up off his shoes, too.
Heck of a play there to pick it up like that then. Nothing but trip to the end zone after that to the right side. And Waterloo will look tight here with the extra point.
Extra point try coming up from Aiden Morrow. No, excuse me. Aiden Morrow is the holder. And the kick is on the way, and the kick is good.
It's at 36. That's not on this roster.
No 36 on the roster.
Is it on this other roster?
So we're tied at 7. After a turnover by Waterloo, Collinsville turns the ball right back over, and it's a pick 6 into the end zone. And 7-7. We have a timeout on the field. Collinsville will get the ball back first here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School, we are tied 7-7 after Collinsville turned the ball over on a pick 6 by Dustin Crawford. Collinsville will get the ball back here. Kickoff coming. And it's aimed toward the sideline. Travion Swaggart lets it go, and it goes out of bounds, and Collinsville will have the ball at the 40-yard line.
Might end up in a little rain, but I think the Storms are going to lose their punch here with the as the sun goes down.
I hope you're right.
Seem to be dissipating, but still
not moving very fast. If you look up and look at the clouds, it is not moving very fast at all.
Still might get us
yeah,
wet here, and that could be a problem with this equipment.
Yeah, that will be a problem. But lightning is the first thing that will probably cancel the game or postpone the game. All right, Collinsville has to come back out here and forget about the pick 6.
Forget about it.
Mode lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Kershaw and Swaggart over here on the near side. Neighbors is the lone setback. Anderson hands the ball off to Jaden Neighbors, and he cuts left, cuts right, holds on to the ball despite someone trying to rip it out of his hands. So Neighbors holding on to the ball a little bit better this time, and he picks up about 5 on the play.
That's a heck of a run there. Waterloo blitzed the guy in, and he had to really break it out there at the line of scrimmage. Did a spin move and picked up 5.
Ball sits on the 40-yard line. 35-yard line is where they spotted after it goes out of bounds. I was off by 5 yards. Same formation, same players. This time, Jaden Neighbor stands over the left-hand shoulder of Colby Anderson. Here's the snap and a fake handoff, and Anderson keeps it. That might have been a busted play, I'm not sure. But Anderson turns it into a couple of yards anyway. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4 to go.
I think they want to give the handoff to Jaden Neighbors again. Ooh, that's a big lightning.
I know. I think it's only a matter of time before it happens. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, if they put us under a lightning delay for 30 minutes, I'm breaking everything down, and I'm taking it back to the car. And if we do get back to action, we're going to switch over to the Facebook page. Because we can play in the rain, but my stuff can't broadcast in the rain. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Neighbors. Neighbors with a little slant up the right side, and then he gets pushed back. Forward progress is going to get him about a yard short of the 1st down.
Just didn't find the hole there. Ran into a lot of traffic. Followed his blocker through. He might have broke free, but just didn't find that hole.
Yeah, he kind of cut across the line of scrimmage diagonally. 4th and 1, Collinsville's going for it.
That's what you got to do. Work before you got a touchdown. Give it a try.
There's a snap, and it's an Anderson keeper, and Anderson will get a 1st down just across the line. He just got that 1st down.
Good job. Quarterback just gets it, uses the momentum, get ahead. All you have to do is get across the 45-yard line, gets down to 46.
Gain of 2 yards.
So a fresh set of downs here for Collinsville. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Referee wants the clock keeper to run the clock.
Yeah, should
there we go.
Now.
Yeah, his arm had to be tired after that. Fresh set of downs for Collinsville. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to go back to pass. He looks to his right, now goes back to his left, directs traffic, tucks it in and runs, and then pitches it toward Kershaw, but that ends up going out of bounds, so that's incomplete, and that will stop the clock with 3:26 left to play. Here in this first quarter, we are tied 7-7.
Put on the quarterback by number 80, Adam Yount.
Looks like he was going to try to run with it and get a couple yards, but he was going to get wrapped up in the backfield and just pitched it out of bounds.
Tried a little shovel pass, it looked like. That ball was end over end instead of having any kind of a tight spiral on it, so I think he flicked it underhand.
Last minute decision to flick this forward instead of taking a few yards loss.
So 2nd down and 10 for Collinsville from their own 45-yard line. Mode lines up on the far side. Swaggart over here on the near side. Kershaw in the slot. Here's the snap, and Anderson runs out to his left-hand side. Then at the last moment, pitches it back to Jerry Richardson, and Richardson gets it up across midfield into Bulldog territory. Wind is picked up.
Bulldog coming down on him, and he stayed with it there, pitched it out to Richardson. The last minute, like you said.
Man, I'm telling you, he took a lick too, did Anderson. Jackson Lee trots onto the field, and Swaggart will go off. (7-7). 2:45. Clock continues to run. 3rd down and about 1.5 yards to go for Collinsville here. Here's the snap, handoff. Oop, almost bobbled. Anderson keeps it, and Anderson once again will pick up the 1st down.
I don't know if Richardson bobbled it or Anderson just pulled it away at the last second. Either way, it works out for a 1st down.
Oh boy, I'm telling you what, this wind is all of a sudden getting wicked and blowing stuff around. That's what I don't need. Tell you what, if it ends up blowing my computer off of this thing, we're out of here. Oh. All right.
Back to action here.
Fresh set of downs. 2:10 left to play. Sorry, I had to find an anchor for my stuff that was blowing. Richardson gets the handoff again, tries the right side, and lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that carry.
Slow developing play there for the Chaos. Richardson just picks up 1.
About a half a yard on the play, I guess. Well, okay, we'll go ahead and call it 1. 2nd down and 9. Ball sitting on the Bulldog 41-yard line. 7-7. We're down to 1:40 to play here in this first quarter. Yeah, you better hold on to that camera stand. That thing falls down, and we're definitely finished. Garcia Cloud lines up as a slot receiver on the far side. There's 3 wide receivers on the left side. Jackson Lee all by himself over here on this side. And a fake handoff to Richardson. Anderson keeps it and then gets tripped up at the last minute by a shoestring tackle there, or else I think Anderson would have been off to the races.
Try to get Waterloo to bite on the handoff to Richardson, hold that ball out for as long as possible. Try to get the other defenders to go upfield with the 4 receivers out there, try to give Anderson plenty of running room.
Under a minute to go here in this first quarter, 7-7. Fans lined up all along the fence line here at this old football field. 2nd week in a row that Collinsville has played on grass. Mode lines up as a wide out on the far side. Swaggart on the near side. Kershaw in the slot. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Richardson. He tries the right tackle and picks up a couple of yards before he's brought down, so it's going to bring up another 4th down and about 2 to go for a 1st down here for Collinsville.
Tries to follow Martin Ochoa to that right side.
That might be the last play of this half, or this quarter, excuse me, and it will be. We don't have a visible play clock out here, but we know we have plenty of time, and as the clock winds down here in the first quarter, that's going to do it for quarter number 1. We will head to quarter number 2, and Collinsville, after scoring first and taking a 7-0 lead, threw a pick 6, and that's where we stand right now. We are tied 7-7, and we're back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School in Waterloo, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Glad that you're with us on a Friday night, hoping to get through this.
It's a lightning delay at Belleville West. Edwards on Belleville West.
Yeah.
So
Belleville West is a lot farther north than we are. We've definitely had to pick up in the wind. You can hear it over the microphone. That's not thunder you hear, that's wind. Collinsville with the ball. 4th down and about 2 to go as the ball sits on the Waterloo 34-yard line.
Is that the correct spot? They're trying to sort out here if the ball's in the correct.
Well, that's the referee's job. That's not my job. It's 4th and 2. They have to move the ball marker up a little bit. Now it looks like they're ready to go. Now we have mode on this side if we switched ends. Swaggart on the far side. Handoff goes to Richardson. He tries the right side. He's got some room, and he's gone. He is gone. A 34-yard run by Jerry Richardson, and Richardson scores his 2nd touchdown of this game.
4th and 2. Collins was just looking to convert there to get the first down. Richardson didn't have the running room he was looking for on the right side, breaks it out, and takes it to the house. Another touchdown for the Kahawks on 4th down.
2nd time that they have scored on 4th down.
Waterloo not being able to get the stops they want.
11:53 left here in the second, just underway. Andrew Chai is on to try the extra point with Colby Anderson holding. Here's the snap, and the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Back-to-back extra points here by Andrew Chai, and Collinsville has regained their 1-touchdown lead. 14-7 in favor of Collinsville, and we will take another break, come back. Waterloo will get the ball back next, right after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School in Waterloo, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Kahawks have regained their 1-touchdown lead, and Jerry Richardson is responsible for both touchdowns, one on a pass catch and the other one on a run.
We might end up under a few raindrops, but I think the storms are going to dissipate. So
yeah, ball just fell off the tee right when Andrew Chai turned around. Andrew Chai.
Yeah, got a big burst of wind there.
Yeah.
Gust of wind, that's the word.
Burst, gust, all the same thing, and it's coming straight up from the south. So
it fell again.
It fell again. We're going to have a holder. Andrew Chai will be kicking with the wind at his back. It will not stay up. And
Jacob Gregory was going to hold it, and then he didn't want to. Now Jackson Lee will.
What is he talking about? What in the world could they even be arguing about?
Oh, they want
somebody else to hold it?
They don't want Jackson to hold it. They want Jerry Richardson to hold it.
Yeah. They don't know where to stand. Ooh, that was a big lightning strike. Man, oh man.
I'm surprised they're still going.
I am too. With the wind at his back, it's still a short kick, and a couple of people almost ran into each other over there, and they get pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. So that is where Waterloo will start this possession, their second.
Kahok's back here with the lead.
Waterloo turned the ball over on their first possession, but they got their points on a pick six.
4-yard return.
Collinsville leads 14-7. We're just underway here in the second quarter. And Eric Brown and his Waterloo Bulldogs back out onto the field. Two wide receivers on this side. Here comes the man in motion, and the fake handoff to him, and instead it goes to Davis. Davis tries the left side. That's shut down pretty quickly, and a gain of about 2 on the play.
Waterloo trying to leave Collinsville guessing there. They've been showing McFarland going in motion. He cuts across there, but they go with Davis up the middle.
Yeah, it just blew down the camera down there. Blew that big huddle camera down that they use to record games to dissect film later. Man comes into motion again, low snap, and it's picked up by Brown, the quarterback, and he has to struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he's going to do it. And they're going to give him about a yard on forward progress. It's going to bring up third down and about 7.
Yeah, Nick Becker was in there, really pushed the quarterback back.
So a gain of a yard on the play will bring up third down and long here for Waterloo, as they have the wind coming right at their faces here in this second quarter. Wasn't much of a wind in the first quarter. It kind of picked up right at the end there, but now it's something that these two teams will have to deal with. Third and long here for Waterloo. Two wide receivers on the far side. There's the snap. It's low again, and again the quarterback has to keep it instead of handing it off to Evan Davis, and he's not going to get the first down. He'll get about 3 more yards, and it's going to bring up fourth down, and about 5 to go. Looks like Waterloo's going to bring out the punt team.
Just a mess there for Waterloo. Low snap messed everything up, and they're going to be forced to punt.
Punter, I believe, is Adron Wingett, I think. Kind of hard to see the number from this angle. That's going to go into the wind, so I don't expect it to go far. The backfield is empty. No one back to run this punt back.
Kahok may bring somebody in here.
They're not careful. That ball might come right back at them, but they're going to fake it. Now they're going to kick it, and it's going to be brought down by the wind. Everybody needs to stay away, and it kind of dies there right at midfield. Collinsville will get the ball back on their own 47-yard line.
All in all, not a bad punt there. If you're Waterloo, you'll take that.
I think that was
big gust of wind coming.
Dustin Crawford, I believe, was the punter.
Crawford.
Couldn't tell if it said number 6 or number 8, but since there's no number 6, I went with number 8.
Crawford returned the touchdown on the interception for Waterloo.
So Collinsville with a chance to extend their lead here, and they've only got about half the field to work with. Wind blowing the camera too.
I'm not even taking a chance. I'm just holding it the whole time.
All right, so the Kahawks get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Colby Anderson in shotgun once again. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Richardson. Richardson spins, and we'll pick up positive yardage. He'll get brought down right at the 50-yard line.
Richardson on the carry.
By Terrence Smith there holding his block. Led Richardson to be able to spin out and get a couple yardage.
Collinsville wants to do the same thing they've been doing the first 2 times. A nice methodical drive downfield, although the last one ended up in a 35-yard touchdown run when they were just looking for a first down on 4th down. That's the way it goes sometimes. 2 wide receivers here on the near, 1 on the far. Handoff goes to Richardson again. He's right up the middle. He's got some room, and he's onto a 25-yard line, the 35, down inside the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
By number 25, Bryce Reese.
By Richardson, he's getting all the carries now. Remember, Stevie Green went out after the injury, and Kahawks are still chugging along.
Bryce Reese on the stop there for Waterloo. Just under 9 minutes to go, as Jackson Lee lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. On this side, you have Mode and Kershaw in the slot. And the snap and the handoff goes to Richardson once again. Why not? And Richardson gets across the line of scrimmage and picks up about 3 on the play.
Now the Cowboys try that right side. Trying to draw Waterloo out. We'll take that for a first down. Or, yeah, on the first down play.
Kahok soccer team continues their roll. They beat Mater Dei 2-1.
There you go. Big win last night to get the conference championship.
At least a share of it, but they can say, yes, they are Southwestern Conference champions. It depends on what Edwardsville does at Belleville West next week, but let's not hold our breath. Belleville West is 1-8 in conference play this year. Mode lines up as a wide receiver on this side. This time Kershaw on the other side of the field in the slot. Here's a snap. Anderson rolls that way. He's got Richardson as a blocker, and Anderson gets the first down and just a little bit more inside the 25-yard line to about the 23.
Yeah, did a real good job pushing Waterloo up the field there. Anderson with all kinds of running room. We're not going to talk about that lightning strike.
Nope. I think the referees are doing a pretty good job of ignoring them.
Well, I guess they went with these storms are off to the south and maybe not necessarily heading this way unless they're told otherwise.
Yeah. Looks like they kind of went around us to the east. Here's Anderson. Oh, well, he has to bobble that one off of his helmet, and he does a good job of recovering and gets it inside the 20-yard line, brought down around the 19.
Richardson got in his way there. Might have stepped up a little bit too soon and then gotten to Anderson's vision there, but he'll take that for first down, right?
Second down, that's about 4-yard gain.
4-yard gain.
That was first down. Not bad on first down, considering that it could have been a lot worse after getting a snap up in the grill. 7 minutes to go here in this first half. 14-7 in favor of Collinsville. They're looking for more. Second down and about 6 to go from the 19-yard line. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson right up the middle. Has a little bit of room at first and then gets smacked backwards on the play. But, again, a positive pickup of about 3 yards will bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Seen this in the Triad game, moving the ball, getting significant gains there, 3, 4, 5 yards every time. Hope they can bring this here into the end zone.
The Waterloo High School Marching Band is here tonight. They play the national anthem, and they'll be here for halftime enjoyment. So while we go take care of business, you can watch the Marching Bulldogs. Swagger lines up on the far side. He has Kershaw on the slot. Over here on the near side is Jackson Lee. Here's a snap, and it's Anderson. He's going to keep it, and he's going to run up the middle. He's got some room, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. 14-yard touchdown run by Colby Anderson, and Collinsville almost out to a 2-touchdown lead.
Big bruising run there by the quarterback of all people, getting through that defensive line and finding that hole in the secondary, get through.
Andrew Chai on for the all-important extra point. He's already made 2. Colby Anderson will be the holder.
Help with this strong wind to his back.
It should.
Should clear this by a while.
Here's the snap. Oh, that's a fumbled snap, and Anderson, he's going to roll around with it. He stumbles, and he's taken down, so the extra point not good on this particular go-around, and we hope that that does not come back later to bite the Kahawks in the butt.
I jinxed him.
Yeah, you did. We won't hold that against you, though. 20-7 in favor of Collinsville with about 6 minutes to go here in the second half, and we will take a timeout. We'll come back with the ensuing kickoff in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Kickoff by Chai goes into the end zone. And Waterloo will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Lightning delay in both ends of Belleville, Belleville East and Belleville West.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that we haven't had a lightning delay here either. So pleasantly surprised. Here's a pitch back, and it goes to Evan Davis, and Davis gets a first down and a little bit more from the 20 all the way up to the 35, gain of 15 on the play.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. Like, he busted right to that outside and had plenty of running room. Jackson Lee finished him off.
Well,
whistles here.
I don't think the referees were ready yet. Waterloo's trying to do that hurry-up offense, and I don't think the referees were quite ready. So we'll do first down all over again.
Yeah, Waterloo came out in that hurry up at the very beginning and then kind of slowed it down as we went along.
Brown, and he hands the ball off to Davis again, and Davis hop, skip, and a jump and picks up about 5.
I don't know if he needed to jump like that. He got through the hole cleaner than I think he thought he would have and pretty much brought himself down.
Waterloo not wasting any time. Here's a snap, and again the pitch back goes back to Evan Davis, and Davis picks up enough for another first down, maybe, and yes, he will.
It doesn't matter. They've got a flag in the backfield.
They do.
Coaches here saying every play.
I think that's the first penalty of this game, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Or, well, other than the kickoff. Which
yeah, the out of bounds, yeah,
really count.
True.
Not even close.
I think freshman game last night, I don't think there was any penalties other than like 1 or 2 false starts.
And a freshman team 3-0 now after another win last night.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean game. It was a clean game. Only a couple false starts, and that was it.
Volleyball won last night. Soccer won last night. Everybody won last night. Trying to continue that streak here tonight, too. Right now it's 20-7. 5:27 left to play here in this first half. Waterloo, after the penalty, they have second down and long. About 15-16 to go. Here's the snap and the handoff. It's going to go up the middle again to Davis, and Davis, after a gain of about 3, actually the quarterback kept this one, Eric Brown did.
Then is where Brown was getting, or the quarterback was getting wrapped up, a flag has come in, and they got Collins on a face mask. I was going to say.
Personal foul, face mask against Collinsville, so that's going to hurt.
Let's make first down.
Face mask against the Kahawks.
So first penalty against Collinsville right after the first penalty against Waterloo.
And we jinxed them on that.
Sure did. And we got paperwork flying all over the sidelines here. Somebody's clipboard came flying off of the cart. Now the JV players are scrambling.
15-yard penalty.
That wind has made it a little chilly out here too.
First down.
So a fresh set of downs after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on a face mask call. And a handoff is going to go right up the middle, but Davis unable to get too very far. And it's going to bring up a second down and about 7.
Counting in mode over there in the middle. Get that tackle, and that was the biggest lightning strike yet.
Yeah, that was kind of a spider lightning strike too. It had different branches of lightning on it. 5 receivers, 3 of them go over on the far side of the field. Quarterback in shotgun, and he'll throw it over to the sideline, and it's a little sideline pass that's kind of fooled everybody over there. Collinsville reacts late, and they tackle the player out of bounds. That is Dustin Crawford, who had the pick 6 for the only score on the board thus far for Waterloo. That time he gets one and moves the chains.
Collinsville keying in on the receivers there. He's wide open on the short pass, and then one-on-one coverage on the block there, and first down before Collinsville shut it down.
Brown hands the ball off, and a spin move there by Evan Davis. And Davis gets across the line of scrimmage and picks up about 1.5 to 2 on the play.
Becker
down to 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half.
2 yards, bring up a
down and 8. And a handoff again and again. Davis, the ball carrier, gets up to about the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of a couple of more, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6 to go for a 1st down here for Waterloo. They hurry it up once again. Now they have a little fancy formation shift going on here. Isn't that cute?
A couple of receivers out to the left side now.
Brown still in shotgun.
Now doing a hard count.
And a snap, and the handoff goes to Davis again, and the Davis gets swallowed up on the right side. Mode in there on that tackle. Also in there before Mode got in there to help out was Dalton Hersey. And it's going to bring up 4th down for Waterloo.
Trying to move the Kahawks linebackers right side, the other side with the receivers, and other guys stepped up in on that one.
Ethan Horvath and Dustin Crawford are wide receivers on the far side, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Oh, what a wide open tackle by Chase Cowton in the backfield, and Collinsville gets the ball back on turnovers. What a fantastic defensive play by Chase Cowton.
That's about as good as it gets on a defensive play there to wrap up a quarterback in the backfield, come diving in like a spear by Roman Reigns.
Hit the room, 38-yard line.
So Collinsville will get the ball back here. Fresh set of downs, 3 minutes and 15 seconds in which to work with. A couple of timeouts in their pocket as well.
Yeah, Camps only took that one timeout and really looked to pour it on here. The wind to their back.
Anderson in shotgun once again. Kershaw and Swaggart over here on the near side, or excuse me, Mode. The handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson tries the right side, has a little bit of room, and then the hole got closed up after a gain of about 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Under 3 minutes to go.
Gain of 2.
Here in this first half, Collinsville leading 20-7.
I know she want to at least run all this clock off for this second quarter. Waterloo get the ball, start the 3rd quarter.
Same formation. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Richardson. He tries that right side again, has some room. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more as they are into Bulldog territory.
Richardson breaking tackles, tackles.
Late flag comes in.
No, that was...
Was that a flag or somebody throw something? Because that sure took off a lot.
Something they threw.
Ended up going into the Kahok bench, whatever it was.
Yeah, somebody intentionally threw it to the sideline there, I believe. No, it is a flag.
It is a flag.
Unsportsmanlike
conduct against both teams. So that was after the play. So I'm sure this is going to result in warnings. No loss of yardage or loss of down.
I just believe the down will count, and they'll have to just record that as unsportsmanlike, and no yardage to assess.
Well, they moved the 1st down marker up across midfield, and they have not moved the chains yet, and now they're going to move the chains. So that was a 1st down. Ball sits on the Bulldogs' 49-yard line.
So some extracurriculars there way after the play. I saw that flag come flying in. I thought it was some other object.
All right, we're back to ready. 2:35 left to play here in this half. Anderson in shotgun once again. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson up the middle, and he gets taken out by the knees after he crosses the line of scrimmage for a pickup of about 1.
Defensive line there, tripping him up, and then another guy initiates him high. And easy tackle, only 1 yard gain.
Gain of 1 yard, bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9. And snap is low. Anderson has to pick it up, and then he trots out to his left and gets some positive yardage before he is finally brought down there by Bryce Reese.
Quick decision there after snap was low, just decides to run it to the left. He'll take the couple yards positive.
1:35 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville trying to move the ball and pick up some more points before halftime, but they don't see too hurry to do that. As they take their time getting the play in, break the huddle. They still have 2 timeouts left. Jackson Lee lines up on the far side. Mode over here on the near side. Kershaw in the slot. Anderson in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Richardson. Richardson bends it around that right side. Flag comes in from the backfield. That's going to come back. That'll be a holding call against Collinsville.
Yep, coming from the referee in the backfield there.
There is a penalty flag.
If nothing else, you wasted the time, and
yep,
you're still going to have another 3rd down play.
Unless, of course, Waterloo wants to decline it and bring up 4th down.
Holding against the Kahawks, 10 yards.
And I was correct, holding against Collinsville.
The ball is spotted.
That's the interesting. Waterloo might want to take a timeout then, as if they may wind the clock here. And Collinsville take off extra time.
Back into Collinsville territory at the Kahok 44-yard line. 1:06 left to play here in this first half. Weather has presented some problems here for everybody. Nice warm day, right around 80 degrees, and then right before game time, clouds moved in, and we've had lightning and lots of wind since then. Wind is coming straight from the south. Mode lines up again over here on the near side. In shotgun is Anderson. He'll hand the ball off to Richardson. Richardson dodges one tackle and spins out of another, but can't get very far. It'll bring up 4th down and long here for Collinsville, and they'll have to punt the ball away as the clock continues to tick with 35 seconds left. Apparently now Waterloo's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, Collinsville may have ran that clock to just under 40 seconds there. Maybe wouldn't have had to snap it unless Waterloo called timeout. As long as they get a clean punt away, it's going to go far and hang up there for a while with the wind to their back.
Well, the kickoff didn't go very far after we scored that touchdown when Andrew Chai had the wind at his back, but we'll see how Collinsville wants to play it here. It's going to be 4th down and about 14 to go for a 1st down.
Collinsville ain't been forced to punt yet, so see who is handling the punting duties this week.
Well, first couple of weeks it was Chase Counton. Last week it was
Bagwell,
the freshman backup quarterback, and he didn't do that bad actually.
Could also go for it here, but on your own end, probably not.
I would think not. Now with Waterloo having 2 more timeouts left, Jack McFarlane will go back deep to collect the punt. And it is going to be Bagwell who will handle that responsibility here for Collinsville. Here's the snap. Bagwell kicks the ball high. The wind's going to carry it the rest of the way. McFarlane has it bounce off of him, and he covers up at the last moment at the 10-yard line.
Almost a gift to Collinsville there. Well, Harley not fielding it cleanly. Swigert, he's speedy. Almost could have got down there and got to it, and Collinsville could have been gift wrapped another score.
Well, with that starting field position, I think that it would probably be in Dan Rose's best interest to just kneel down on the ball and let the clock run out.
Yeah, you're going against this wind.
Yep. You're going to have the wind at your back when you start the 3rd quarter. So why take the chance?
Bulldogs will start this drive at their own 13-yard line.
Well, they set it on the 13 instead of the 9.
First half.
And in shotgun is Brown. Has a man coming in motion. That's McFarlane. McFarlane takes the handoff, turns it up the middle, and he's going to be tackled at about the 30-yard line. And we'll stop the clock with 17.8 seconds to move the chains, and Waterloo calls another timeout.
Well, only a 17-yard gain. They got 70 to go here, so they really need a bomb to get far down the field.
We'll see how Coach Rose wants to handle it when we come back from the timeout.
Just need some solid defense here from the Kahawks and get these last few seconds off.
17.8 seconds to play.
Apparently they're still playing at Althoff, though.
Are they?
East and West. They were lightning delays, but somehow you can still play at Althoff.
Had some kind of weird messages coming over on the chat line, so I shut it off. So I hope nobody's trying to get a hold of me, but I think that we've got some bad people trying to...
Going off the rails, huh?
Yeah. See some of that stuff?
Yeah, I somebody's just.
I think somebody's trying
Just a
to.
troll or something?
Yeah, something's going on. I don't know. I turned it off. Here's a snap, and they are going to throw. They're going to throw over here on the sideline, and it's going to be Davis who's going to be wrapped up immediately, almost after he
Becker
catches that ball from Nick Becker, and now Waterloo's just going to let the clock run out, and the first half is going to come to a close. So Collinsville, big first half for them, 20-7. They lead after one half of play. We are going to take a timeout, and second half action will be coming your way here in just a little while on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Don't look anymore. That's all I can tell you. It should.
And once again, we welcome you back to Rogers Elementary School here in Waterloo. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. We're just about ready for second half action. The winds have died down a little bit, but they're still blowing. And we have gotten rid of the lightning, so it looks like we're going to go ahead and get this game in. We do have some light rain that's on the move heading in this general direction, and we hope that we can get this game in before that even happens. Or else I'm going to have to scramble and get out the 4 trash bags I brought with me to cover everything up.
Yeah, good first half by the Kahawks there.
Yes.
Scored early there. Waterloo tied it up on an interception, so defensively the Kahawks have not given up any scores yet. And then you add the 2 scores in the second quarter, 20-7, big halftime lead.
25-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Richardson on a 4th down play. Gave Collinsville their first touchdown. That came with 7:58 left to play in the first quarter. Then the second quarter just underway, about 7 seconds in. A 34-yard run by Richardson, also on a 4th down play. And Collinsville is up 14-7 at that point. And then another 14-yard run by Colby Anderson with about 6 minutes to go in the first half. And then the botched extra point attempt made it 20-7, and that's where we stand now. And as Chris mentioned, the lone score for Waterloo right now is on a pick 6, so Collinsville's defense shutting down this Waterloo offense right now.
Waterloo's run first had too many passes. Kahawks stopped them on the pass they had. The bend don't break stuff with Waterloo turning the ball over a couple times. So, yeah, we'll take the 13-point lead here at the half and see what kind of adjustments are made. Will Waterloo start with the ball for this third quarter?
That they will, and we know that the game at Belleville was called off due to lightning in the area, and they're going to resume at 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, Belleville, Weston, Edwardsville, Mascoutah, and Jerseyville went into a lightning delay out in Mascoutah. No word if they're postponing it or anything, but
yeah,
14-0 Mascoutah.
If that game was in Jerseyville, they'd have no problem at all getting that one in.
Oh, yeah. They played that one in the wrong spot.
Yeah, they did.
And Highland and CM were 14-14, and Tri-Lee's Granite's 14-7. Those are both at halftime. Those are the Valley scores.
Yeah, it's surprising on that Triad Granite City score, 14-7 at halftime. I figured it'd be maybe 21-0 by Triad.
14-0 out the gate there, and look at Coach Beavis.
Coach Beavis is racing everybody back to the bench. How about that?
How about that? That's fun. That's just fun to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Triad got a couple scores early, and thought maybe the blowout city was going to come there like I expected, but Grant staying with it.
Well, good for them.
But we need the Kahawks to win here tonight.
So the game that has implications on this game has been in a lightning delay. That would be Mascoutah and Jerseyville. Whoever wins this game will get the winner of that game. Whoever loses this game will get the loser of that game. So we'll see how everything pans out if they get past the lightning delays, because we haven't seen any lightning. Even off in the distance, we haven't seen any. So hopefully in Mascoutah they'll be able to resume that game.
And, yeah, we're under the pressure of the Kahawks. We'll get a home game next week, since we're the only one with one home game out of all the Valley teams. So we should line up for a home game next week. So it'll be fun to not be out in the elements here.
Yeah, it'll be out. It'd be nice to not be standing in someone's bleachers outside of the press box.
If it wants to rain next week, we'll be okay.
Yeah, last week it was
you.
cold. This week it was, it's the threat of rain. So far, so good. And then hopefully the next 2 weeks we'll be at home. Won't have to worry about going out on the road again for a football game. Because I tell you what, I really don't feel like driving all the way up to Jerseyville if that ends up being the case. But I don't think so next week, so that would depend on what happens. If Collinsville wins this game, then Jerseyville obviously would have to win to face Collinsville. But if the Kahawks hold on and win this game and it's Muscuda that wins, then it would be Collinsville and Muscuda again. Most likely. Andrew Chai and his Collinsville Kahawks are on the field, setting up for this kickoff to open up the second half of play. Last time, Jerry Richardson had to hold for Andrew Chai as the ball kept on falling off the tee with that gusty wind. Not as gusty now, but they're still going to use Richardson as the holder.
To start the third quarter.
Yeah, so Waterloo will take the win for the fourth quarter of the game if the wind stays a factor.
Jack McFarlane and Evan Davis back deep for Waterloo. Chai is ready to go. Waiting on the whistle. There it is. And the third quarter is underway. End over end kick. It's taken at the 15-yard line by Davis, and Davis gets all the way up across the 30 before he is finally brought down at about the 33-yard line. So that is where Waterloo will start their first possession of this third quarter.
Actually, it would have been Collinsville's choice on which end of the wind to take there, so surprised we are going this direction here to start.
Well, Kahawks will...
maybe they think the wind will die down later and that won't be a factor in the fourth quarter.
Could
be. 18-yard return.
18 yards on the return by Evan Davis. And Eric Brown and company back out for the first play of scrimmage for the third quarter in shotgun, and the handoff is going to be a fake handoff. Brown goes back to pass. He has a man in the open in the flats, and that man wide open and then rambled forward for about 8 more yards, and that was Adam Yount. Yount came into this game with 1 catch for 25 yards. That one was a catch for about almost 25 more. Hurry up offense, and a pitch back goes back to Davis. He takes it around the right side. He's got plenty of room, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds in front of his own bench, and that's going to be close to another Bulldog first down. So the Waterloo Bulldogs making some adjustments at halftime, and so far so good for the home team.
Their first possession of the first quarter, they moved the ball down real quickly and then ended up with a turnover.
So the chains move once again, 1st and 10. Here's another pitch back to Davis. Davis skips around one tackler, and he has more room on the right side until he's finally pushed out of bounds by Travion Swaggart. That's going to be close to another first down. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 1.
Big blocks by that offensive line of Waterloo, hoping the runner get to the outside.
And they got
field.
Big number 60 here on the end. Brett Howard, 6'3", 285 pounds. They tried that side again, and this time Davis gets not as many yards, but he got enough for a first down, and the chains move once again for Waterloo. Chase Countin in on the tackle as that ball is inside the 30 at about the 27-yard line.
Another Bulldog first down.
Brown goes to the sideline, gets his play from his head coach.
Waterloo working fast earlier. Now they huddle up.
They send 3 wide receivers over on the far side. Davis is the wide receiver on this side. Empty backfield. Brown back there by himself. Now McFarlane in motion, and we have a false start.
False start against the Bulldogs. 5 yards to be stepped off.
There's McFarlane in motion.
First down and 15 yards to go.
Somebody moved while McFarlane was in motion. That's why the false start. So a 5-yard loss on the play will bring up a first down and 15 here for Waterloo. Ball sits on the Collinsville 30-yard line. And the same play. McFarlane does not get the handoff. Down the middle, Brown goes, and he's got a man wide open. That's Yount into the end zone for a big touchdown, a 31-yard touchdown by Adam Yount.
Similar to the big pass play to Yount before, just switch that to the left side. This time he's wide open and makes the catch in the end zone.
So the first drive for Waterloo ends up with 6 points on the board. And they will go for the 1 extra point here.
This one's against the wind, so
we'll see if that helps Collinsville here.
Could be a factor.
Here's the snap. It's high, ball down, and the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So Waterloo comes storming right back and makes this game a little close. It's a 6-point affair. Collinsville still leads by a score of 20-14, and we'll take a timeout and come back, and Collinsville will have their first possession of the second half in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Rogers Elementary School here in Waterloo, 20-14. Collinsville still holds on to the lead, and they'll get their first possession here of the second half. Swaggart and Richardson are back deep to collect this kickoff into the wind. We'll see if it makes it that far as they're standing on their own 20. It's popped straight up in the air, heads to the far sideline. Swaggart picks it up over there on the sideline, makes a couple of moves, and gets all the way back up inside the 30-yard line to about the 33. Hard to tell from here.
Around 35 or so. Heck of a drive by Waterloo. Minute 6. They hadn't gotten the end zone yet offensively, and I think every play was a positive play up the field. A couple of big pass plays and some adjustments made by Waterloo there.
We'll see if they've adjusted on defense as well, as Collinsville pretty much ran up the field at will. During their 3 possessions, actually 4 possessions, one of them ended up in a pick 6. And Anderson and company back out. And he has Neighbors offset to his right shoulder, and the handoff goes to Neighbors. Neighbors tries the right side, and he gets stacked up right across the line of scrimmage, gain of about 3 on the play. 2 maybe.
That's been the good side for Collinsville to go, that right side. Still a positive play.
10.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. As Chris mentioned, Waterloo went down the field in quick fashion, just a little bit over a minute. Mode lines up on this near side. That's Kershaw in the slot. Swaggart lines up on the far side. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Anderson keeps it and doesn't get very far. There's a fumble on the play, and they're going to have to peel off some bodies to figure this one out. And it looks like Collinsville gets to keep it.
Some shoving as they come up out of the pile. And was there a whistle?
Not sure.
Yeah, there was a whistle.
Official timeout.
Stopping play.
I don't know why.
They're doing the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
They are going to talk. Their referee, the head referee, calls both teams in for a massive 2-team huddle and talks to them. So I'm guessing that either things were said or other things happened that deserves a warning.
Never seen that before. But they felt it was necessary, and we'll continue on.
Yeah, got to get control of the game, or else flags will fly everywhere. So 3rd down and long here for Collinsville. 3rd down and 8, and the ball resting on the Kahok 38-yard line. Anderson comes in from the sideline with the play. Again, no play clock visible to us out here, so not really sure how much time was taken off after that big huddle, but I'm sure they stopped the clock.
Counting down. They're going to have to take a timeout.
And they're too late to take a timeout. That's a delay of game.
Yeah, with no play clock.
Now, I think they're going to talk about this one because that seemed like a really short time after that big huddle in which the referee talked to both teams. So they're going to reset it. They're going to pick up the flag. Yep. Pick up the flag, and play clock starts now. Collinsville is ready to go. Here's Anderson in shotgun. He'll take it back, and he'll throw it. He throws it down this side, and he's got a man open, but There was a little contact there. No flag on the play, as the intended receiver was Kershaw. And there with the close coverage all the way down the field was Ethan Horvath. Oh, nope, we're going to change that to McFarlane.
Yeah, McFarlane down there. He's been a running back for him, but he's out there on defense and stops Kershaw from getting that one. Kahok's forced to punt.
Bagwell back to punt, and back deep is Davis. We already know how good of a runner he is in the open, so here's the snap, and Bagwell sends it end over end. It's going to land in front of Davis and take a high bounce. He's going to run up and catch it at the 30-yard line, and he's taken down almost immediately by Travion Swaggart.
Good coverage by Swaggart on both punts so far. He's speedy. You got the referee talking to some of the...
He is giving the sideline a warning, something about that's the last time I want to hear it.
Bulldogs will start this drive at their own 29-yard line.
This Waterloo sideline is real close to us here.
Yeah, right down below our location, and the referee with the white hat ran right over to the sideline and started jawing it up with the coaching staff. He said, if I hear it one more time, I don't know what happened after that, but I'm guessing flag. So, Collinsville went 4 and out. Brown's back to pass. He has a man open again, and the man falls down. That's Yount. And if he would have been allowed to get back up, he probably would have gotten the first down. No one covered him again. Collinsville's having a hard time covering this kid.
Yeah, they're not picking him up off the snap. He's been wide open 3 times, and yeah, if you were allowed to get back up off the ground in high school, he could have picked up 10 more yards easily at least.
Formation spread out here by Waterloo. One lone running back is Davis. Man McFarlane comes into motion. McFarlane gets the handoff and comes around the right side, and he is tripped up at first by Mode. And then eventually he was brought down by Austin Stewart.
Yeah, sniff that one out. Keying in on the run there, and Stewart finishes it off.
Gain of about 1 on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 to go for a first down. 8:15 left to play here in this third quarter. 20-14, Collinsville with the lead. Waterloo scored quickly on their first possession here in the third quarter. Now they're trying to do it again on their second. Brown rolls out to his left. He looks. Now he's going to tuck it in. He's going to run, and he is going to get hammered right at the point where he needs to get the first down. And that's going to be just enough for the chains to be moved once again.
He's looking to pass it and then saw he could get enough for the first down. Did take a big hit like Gregory and Countin down there.
Gain of 7 yards.
Got exactly what he needed for the first down.
Yep, sure did.
Waterloo down to the 40 now.
Ball on their own 40-yard line, so they need to get to the midfield stripe, which is the 50, for their next first down. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, and Brown is in shotgun all by himself. McFarlane comes into motion. No handoff. Back to pass is Brown. Now he steps it up to run again, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, and the fumble. Oh, they're going to say it was down just as that ball was picked up by Jacob Gregory, and he would have been off to the races.
Becker gets the stop on the quarterback nonetheless. The quarterback then puts the ball down on the ground, and yeah, Gregory would have been long gone for a first.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11 here for Waterloo. Here's the snap. It's a pitch back to Davis, and Davis skirts across the right side and runs over Kahok on his way down. Chase Countin came up behind and made the tackle after the Kahok player gets ran over. And I believe that was Jackson Lee who took the brunt of that hit from Davis.
He's the last one to come up from the ground. Swaggart helping everybody get up. Waterloo now ready for another snap.
3rd down and about 5 to go. Big play here for Collinsville. Another pitch back goes to Davis. This time he is stopped up front at the line of scrimmage. Nice open tackle by Austin Stewart.
It's in the right place there.
Loss of a yard on the play. It'll bring up about 4th down and 6. And it looks as if the Waterloo Bulldogs are going to bring on the punt team. And it'll be Dustin Crawford back to punt, and a empty backfield. No one set to return it for Collinsville.
The last time the punter ran out to his right before finally kicking it off.
There's a snap. It's high. He runs out to his right again, and a high kick. The wind will help die it down a little bit, and it'll take a Collinsville bounce all the way back to the 40-yard line before it's picked up, and they'll mark it down at about the 37-yard line. So Collinsville, pretty decent field position. And a nice stop there by the Kahawks on that drive by Waterloo.
Yeah, it's helped out there by Some big plays there by Becker and Stewart on defense, and the Kahok defense, after giving up the touchdown in less than a minute to start the second half, answer right back.
We are halfway through the third quarter. 6 minutes down, 6 minutes to go. Collinsville up 20-14. And Anderson and company trots back out onto the field. Swaggart will stay on the far sideline. Kershaw in the slot. Jackson Lee will line up as the wide receiver over here on the near side. Almost lined up in the Waterloo secondary there. Here's a snap and a quick throw over to Swaggart, but he couldn't hang on to it. Ball was just a little bit too high and in front of Swaggart. He reached that big right arm out there and got a hand on it, but couldn't haul it in.
Out in front of him a bit before he could get to it. Good thing it was a pass that was completely forward. Otherwise, you're looking at a lateral, and it could have been picked up by Waterloo if they wanted to run it back.
I think that was the first time this game that Collinsville has thrown the ball on first down. Anderson back in shotgun, has Neighbors over his left-hand shoulder. Same set of wide receivers. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Neighbors. He goes up the middle, and he gets a couple of yards before he is brought down. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, not much there. No running room there from that defensive line of Waterloo's given up.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. So another 3rd down and long situation here for Collinsville.
And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
What do the Cahoks have for 3rd and long here?
Hopefully something good. Swaggart and Kershaw on the far side. Lee over here on the near side. Neighbors remains the lone running back. He stands over the left-hand shoulder of Anderson. Anderson in shotgun, hands the ball off to Neighbors. Neighbors swings it around that right-hand side. No room over there, and Collinsville's going to have to punt the ball right back.
Line up Chris Garcia, Cloud like that. Back there, tight end. Almost like a fullback and trying to come around the right side with some extra blocks from him, and Kahok's getting nothing.
That'll bring up a 4th down.
So Bagwell back to punt again. This time, Jack McFarlane goes back deep instead of Evan Davis. McFarlane stands just in front of his own 20. Here's the snap kick by Bagwell. It's a good one, and it's going to drive McFarlane back. He's going to let it go, and it's going to take a nice Collinsville roll over at the 10-yard line, and Waterloo will start deep in their own territory.
A lot on that punt, and it's wind-aided. He said, now we'll just take possession.
And it goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
You got things but going again in Mascuda.
Why do you start? Where do you start he started the clock while everybody's getting onto the field.
Don't know.
Didn't start the clock when the referee like 3 times said, start the clock, man. Now they're starting it after a punt. Should be 4.5 to go, but we just sliced off about 6 seconds. 4:24 to play. 1st and 10 from their own 10. Waterloo Bulldogs. Collinsville's defense stiffened up on the last series. Let's hope they can do the same here and get some decent starting field position. And they start off all right after a gain of about 1 on the play on the quarterback keeper.
They didn't get much rest out there.
No, they didn't.
And not to mention you got some guys playing both ways, so see how that's a factor.
Clock continues to move, coming up on 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville leads by 6. Collinsville has never trailed in this game, and they'd like to keep it that way. In shotgun is Brown, and a flag on the play, and we're going to have a false start. Oh, no, we're going to have offsides.
Swaggart lined up offsides here on this near side.
You know, and usually when you come over here on this near side and you line up, you ask the referee, am I good? And he says yes or no. Maybe Swaggart didn't ask.
5 yards is stepped off.
So instead of a 2nd and 9, it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. So we'll try it all over again, only this time a little bit more room in which to work with for Waterloo as Brown comes back onto the field late. He settles in, has one lone running back, that's Davis, and a fake to him, and Brown rolls out and throws the ball, and he's got a man open, but that man's brought down, but not before he picks up a 1st down. And maybe we have a injury on the receiver, and nope. He gets up, that is Dustin Crawford. 1st down, Waterloo.
It's a different quarterback out there for Waterloo, 16.
I thought I saw that.
Morrow.
Aiden Morrow. Not sure what happened to Brown, and there's a handoff, and it goes nowhere. And a fumble on the play.
Collinsville might have this one.
I think they might. And it is Collinsville football. Garcia Cloud picks up, and now we've got an injured Kahok player on the field.
George Lopez.
Yep, sure is.
They're calling trainers to get over here to him real quick. Unfortunately, we have another injury.
Yeah, Garcia Cloud was jumping up and down, waving his arms to get a little assistance over here for Collinsville. It looks like another leg injury. Looks like they're playing with the left leg there of George Lopez. Loved his show.
Oh, that was a show.
The George Lopez show was awesome, man. I loved that show.
Well, it seems like they're going to work him up here. Nothing like what happened with Stevie Green at the very beginning of this game. Lopez will get up and
he'll be helped up to his feet, and he'll not putting much weight on that left leg. So 2 left leg injuries in this game. Lopez will walk off under his own power. Stevie Green had to be carted off. That was on the, third play of the game?
Yep, first man of the game.
We always seem to have adversity on the first couple of snaps of the game, don't we?
Turn the ball over, injuries.
Yeah.
Lightning going on. Now Collinsville will be set up here. Great field position just outside the 20 to start this drive with 3:18 to go in the third.
Kahok's get the ball 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 24-yard line. 3:18 left to play here in this third quarter. And Mode lines up as a wide receiver on this side. Swaggart over on the far side with Kershaw in the slot. Neighbors is the lone running back. Neighbors will get the handoff. He goes up the middle, and he hesitated a bit.
Yeah, that was
and then gets pushed back.
Hesitation killed him. He could have followed Garcia Cloud through that hole as he was back there as a fullback.
There was nobody out here on the right side, though, on the left side. And if he would have bounced off and busted it out to that left side, he would have been gone.
Yeah, Waterloo saw that. The fullback in the backfield. Maybe something the Kahawks will see later on, using that formation again. Maybe look to pass out of that and get an easy completion.
Third possession here of the third quarter for Collinsville. First 2 possessions were 3 and outs. Here is Anderson in shotgun. He takes the snap, and he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to have some success. Takes a crowd with him, and then a fumble and another turnover, and Waterloo will get the ball right back.
Number 16, Aiden Morrow.
He has to give the ball right back. Anderson trying to just go up the middle with it.
2 fumbles by Waterloo, and now the second turnover by Collinsville. The first one was a pick 6 interception, and now this one is a fumble that gives the ball back to Waterloo, pretty much the same place Waterloo just had their last possession.
They got to get a different guy out there on the defensive line with Lopez out before.
That's another thing about the injuries is they have to be replaced, and usually by someone who is
ain't played yet or
just
got as many snaps in.
Just get inserted into the game. McFarlane goes into motion and a false start. Nope, offside again. Come on, man. Second time in the last 5 minutes that Collinsville has been called for an offside. Now, Trevion Swaggart's going to go over and talk to the referee. And normally, the referee lets them know if one of the guys there on the end is lined up in the neutral zone or not.
That was Tate, who's just coming in here on that defensive line replacing.
Yeah, because Swaggart was off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's replacing Lopez, so he comes out there, and we were just talking about it. Somebody who hadn't been in there yet, and then he makes a mistake right away, unfortunately.
Morrow, the new quarterback. Now we have another flag, and this one is going to be, what? Offsides.
Well, it's going to be a free first down for Waterloo.
Free 10 yards with no time taken off the clock. I don't know what's going on, but there's somebody's lining up offsides because the ball's not even snapped.
They're just trying to cheat in there, beat the snap count and beat their guy. And
I don't know, but that drives coaches crazy, that stuff there.
That's frustrating and for everybody involved.
So the ball now on the 33, or
the 37-yard line, or 27-yard line, excuse me. Morrow, the new quarterback, back to pass. He throws, and he has a man open, but the man drops the ball, and it ends up right in the hands of one of the Kahawks, and Collinsville comes up with an interception.
Becker ends up with the ball. The ball was caught by a Waterloo player, then popped out of his hands. And now turnover.
That was by Jacob Gregory, actually. Remember, Becker was 19 last year.
That's it.
So Collinsville, right after they give up a free first down to Waterloo on 2 offside plays, come up with a strange interception, and Collinsville gets the ball back with 2:29 to play here in this third quarter. So Anderson back at it. This time he has Jerry Richardson as his running back over his left shoulder. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Here's a snap, and that's a false start by Collinsville. The center actually took off before he snapped the ball.
Against the Kahawks.
Oh.
Well, Gage Trevere is the center.
5 yards is stepped off.
He usually does a good job. That's
15 yards to go.
Been a position of problem in the past by Collinsville. Lots of different snaps, but you usually don't call him out. He does a good job.
First and 15 now for Collinsville after the false start call. Anderson takes the snap, hands it off to Richardson, and Richardson goes up the middle, and we have Bagwell in there now.
Number 9, Jerry Richardson on the
I didn't even notice that Bagwell was the quarterback, so both starting quarterbacks apparently are out of this game right now.
Noah Myers.
Not sure what happened to either one of them.
Anderson's just on the sideline there, got his helmet on, so it's not an injury situation. Maybe just looking for a different look here.
7 yards to go.
After the fumble before.
Could be. Mode comes over here on the near side. Bagwell in shotgun. Has Jerry Richardson over his left shoulder. Here's the snap, and it's a keeper by Bagwell. The freshman barrels over one tackler and gets it all the way up to the 20-yard line, so some positive yardage there will bring up a third down and about 4.5 to go.
Quarterback number 12.
Final 95 seconds here in this third quarter as time continues to tick away.
Yeah, Anderson's just still down there by the coaches. He might not be done for the day, just
3 yards to go.
Different looks out there.
So Bagwell, the freshman, JV quarterback, he's got that JV team at 3-0. And again, he has Richardson over his left-hand shoulder. Here's the snap, and a fake handoff to Richardson, and now Bagwell takes it and brings it up across the 20-yard line to about the 19, and that's going to bring up a fourth down and about 2 or 3 to go here.
Brought down on the play by number 80, Adam Yount.
Bagwell, freshman, he actually got some time in that freshman game last night because they were sort of playing modern days JV, so
1 yard.
they used both quarterbacks
That'll bring
last
up a
night.
fourth down and a short 3 yards to go.
So Bagwell goes to the sideline, gets the play right from the horse's mouth. Joe Beavis, the head coach for Collinsville. Swaggart and Kershaw line up his wideouts on the far side with Kershaw in the slot. Mode over here on this near side. Richardson again the lone setback. Bagwell hands the ball off to Richardson. Richardson tries the left side, gets out of a tackle, has the first down, and then he's taken out at about the 10-yard line, and they're going to spot him right out at the 10.
Elusiveness worked in the backfield to get free. Knew he's got a lot of running room once he could get out there, and Waterloo unable to get the stop on fourth down. Not a score, but be first and goal.
Yeah. Almost strange that we didn't score on a fourth and short, isn't it? First down at the 10-yard line, and that'll bring up first and goal. They put down the chain gang over on the far side. And Collinsville will have 4 cracks at the end zone here with 20.8 seconds to play in this third quarter. Now 2 wide receivers on the near, 1 on the far. And again, Richardson the lone setback, and Richardson gets the handoff. Tries it up the right side, zigs, zags, heading for the corner. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Blocks by Garcia Cloud in the backfield, and Swaggart just a little farther up. And Richardson gets to the outside, or on that right side, and the Hayhawks get a score here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
10-yard touchdown by Richardson. 12.5 seconds to go in the third. And Andrew Chai on to try the extra point.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe, maybe not. We're trying to go to that 2-point conversion to make up for the one that was missed.
And Collins is going to call timeout here before they decide what to do.
All right. We'll let them. They want to talk it over. Now they're bringing Chai out, so looks like whatever they were talking about, they made the decision to kick the extra point, but they went ahead and took the timeout anyway. 12.5 seconds to go. Collinsville leading 26-14.
28-7 Triad with 8 minutes to go. And CM and Highland are 21-21.
Are we still in a delay at Muscuda?
Third quarter. And last I saw, they were going to resume at 8:52 or something, so they probably just got going again.
Yep.
They resumed at 8:42.
8:42, and right now it is
8:59.
9 o'clock.
Tomorrow morning, the JV will travel to Triad for a 10 o'clock kickoff. And then Thursday,
So the Kahawks deciding still whether to go for 1 or 2 after scoring a touchdown, and Bagwell trots back out, so it looks like we have our answer. Kahawks will be going for 2 here. Trent Mode coming over here on this near side. Richardson and Swaggart on the far. And, Kershaw and Swaggart on the far. Richardson is the lone setback. Bagwell fakes the snap, or fakes the handoff. He follows Richardson in, but he's not going to get in. And he never did fall down, and now he's in. Is he in? I haven't seen a marker yet. And
no good. They're saying
no good.
Heck of a second effort. It looked like he was going to be brought down well short, and then fell forward. Unfortunately, didn't get it in. And why did they run the clock during that?
I don't know.
Play? They ran the clock during the extra point because there was like more time than 10.1 left. Who knows? Okay. Anyway.
So 26-14 at the end, or almost the end of the third quarter. It is a ensuing kickoff coming up for Waterloo right after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School in Waterloo, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Collinsville leads 26-14. Andrew Chai kicks the ball off, end over end and deep, and another chance for Collinsville to pick it up, but they don't. And then back the other way we come, and a big run there after the pickup for the Bulldogs, Bryce Reese, and Reese turns nothing into something.
A whole bunch of nothing. The ball was rolling backwards after being caught, but gets the Bulldogs up to the 30 here with 5 seconds to go.
We'll have a one play from scrimmage before we end the third quarter.
5.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
So each team has gone to their backup quarterback. In this case, it is Aiden Morrow, who is a sophomore, 5'9", 165 pounds. He takes the snap. He goes back to pass, throws it down the middle, and it is picked off. Chase Counton picks it off in midair and then continues to hold on to it as he was ran into by Yount. And when we come back for the fourth quarter, Collinsville will have the ball 1st and 10 after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Back here at Rogers Elementary School in Waterloo, Collinsville with a Chase Countin interception. And the Kahawks begin the fourth quarter with another offensive drive. Ethan Bagwell, the freshman backup quarterback, is in once again for Anderson. And there's a snap, and Bagwell's going to keep it. He tries the left side. He's got some room, and he finally gets brought down after a pickup of about 4 on the play.
Keeper works. They send Richardson to the right side. That's play the Cavs have been working with a lot. And you can see Bagwell carried over to the left side to change it up.
Collinsville already into Bulldog territory after that interception. They have the ball at the Waterloo 37-yard line. Bagwell in shotgun once again. Jerry Richardson is lone setback. Swaggart, the lone wide receiver here on the near side. Here's the snap, and Richardson tries that side, has Swaggart as a block, and he's on all the way down, and at the last second inside, and that's a touchdown, Jerry Richardson, and that is a 37-yarder for the Kahawk running back.
Kahawks go back to that right side. Lots of clean blocks as he gets around the corner, then tiptoes down the sideline there at the last second, get in the end zone.
Richardson is having a whale of a game here.
And once he can get around that corner, it's been working well for him.
And now Collinsville will come on and try to kick the extra point. Andrew Chai on to do that.
Anderson still holding, so definitely not an injury situation like we thought with him, just mixing it up.
Yeah, mixing it up, and they took him out right after that fumble. And now we're ready to go. Here's the snap, ball down, kick is blocked. That one stayed way too low. So Collinsville struggling a little bit on the extra points, but other than that, not very much of a struggle going on here for the Kahawks. 32-14 with a little over 11 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, Waterloo will get the ball once again, and we'll do that next on the Kahawk Sports Network. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more, to collectible items. Anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Rogers Elementary School here in Waterloo. Kahawks up 32-14 here in the fourth quarter, trying to break a 13-game losing streak that extends all the way back to the last game of the 2018 season. Kahawks have not trailed in this game, and they only have 11 minutes and 13 seconds in which to go to pick up their first win in quite a long time. That ball is off of a body, and it's on the ground, and Waterloo jumps on it just at the last second, right, and I mean right before Jacob Gregory was going to pounce on that ball.
And not much going right for Waterloo. They couldn't even field that one cleanly. The Kahawks got back to the ball themselves.
Almost did have another turnover. Two fumbles and an interception by Waterloo. And Collinsville's defense back to work here, seeing if they can squash another Waterloo drive. And McFarland in motion, low snap, and the quarterback back to pass. He finds Yount in the backfield. Gregory stacks him up, and then Chris Garcia-Cloud comes in, and then a host of other Kahawks come in, including Nick Becker, to finish off that tackle. A loss of about a half a yard on the play.
Yount's been wide open several times there earlier in the game. That time he's not.
Morrow threw that ball at his feet too, so once the receiver went down to pick it up, he didn't have a lot of time to bring himself upright and find a running path. Morrow, sophomore quarterback for Waterloo, in shotgun, hands the ball off, and on the right side, not a lot of room to move there for Evan Davis. Haven't called Evan Davis's number in a while.
Stopped by number 51, Dalton Hersey.
Hersey with another tackle. He's had a couple today.
Also, Becker's over there closing that gap down. Slow up the receiver, or the running back.
Wide receiver comes all the way over here on the near side. That's Ethan Horvath. Man in the slot on this side too. The other side of the field is empty of wide receivers. And another fake handoff this time to Davis. And the quarterback rolls, throws, and overthrows everyone. Coverage being applied there by Swaggart on Jack McFarlane, and the young sophomore quarterback Aiden Morrow overthrew both of them.
He would have been in there on the receiver. Bit of a mismatch there, and Swaggart might have been able to use the heights to wrestle it away.
9:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 32-14 in favor of Collinsville, and it's a 4th down and 10 situation here for the Bulldogs. So back out to punt once again is Dustin Crawford, and again, no one back deep to pick it up for Collinsville. We'll see if he wants to fake it, but this deep, I would think not. Here's the snap. It's high, and this time, well, we're going to roll out, and they're going to kick it anyway, and it's going to take a Waterloo roll, but not that far. Collinsville will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Crawford's punt is down.
Lucky that didn't get blocked as low as he kicked it.
I'm telling you, that was about knee high.
Didn't get it away.
And that's where Collinsville will start this drive with 9 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the fourth
Work some
quarter.
clock here. Got up by 3 scores. Kelks will look to work some clock here, and
9:37 to play. 4th quarter action. Collinsville doesn't have to worry about throwing the ball anymore. Bagwell has not thrown the ball since he's been in there. Jackson Lee lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Travion Swaggart over here on the near. Kershaw in the slot once again, and the handoff is going to go to Jaden Neighbors. Neighbors gets stacked up right as he crossed the line of scrimmage, and they'll blow the whistle down after a gain of about 3 on the play.
Neighbors found back in there getting a carry. Richardson got a break, but they'll go back to the sidelines.
Actually, they gave him about 4. All the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Good gain.
Collinsville used one of their timeouts. Waterloo has all 3 of theirs left here in this second half as we are coming up on 9 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Bagwell remains in there at quarterback. Neighbors, the lone setback. Actually, that's Jerry Richardson this time, and Richardson gets thrown up across the line, and he bounces over the pile and ends up getting a 1st down because of it.
Tackle brought him back up over the line there. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Lady Kahok volleyball team picked up a consolation championship last night in the Southwestern Conference Tournament, and we have more volleyball action coming for you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, as a matter of fact. JV action at 11. Varsity action to follow at the Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We'll have both of those games for you. Here's a fake handoff by Bagwell, and he tries that left side, and he gets plastered.
Bagwell on the keeper.
And trying to work Richardson right side and then mix it up every once in a while with Bagwell swinging it out to left. No going there.
I did the one JV game earlier in the year before we got the huddle camera installed at the football stadium, and I was very impressed with Bagwell, and he's a freshman. I am looking forward to seeing this man on the varsity team for a few years to come.
Getting his opportunity here tonight for the varsity team and a chance to get a win.
Bagwell barks out signals, hands the ball off to Richardson. Richardson breaks it up the right side once again. This time he gets spun down at the last moment there by Yount.
Stopped by number 80, Adam Yount.
Waterloo keyed in on that right side a little bit more. Cows couldn't get all the blocks there like before. Richardson broke it before the touchdown.
7:35 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Collinsville trying to hold on, pick up their 1st win since October of 2018. and move on into the winner's bracket in a semifinal game next Friday. Here is Bagwell in shotgun once again. Richardson stands to his right. Richardson takes it and he runs to the left, and a missed tackle in the backfield. Then Richardson falls down, gets himself back up, and picks up about a yard before he's brought down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 to go here for Collinsville.
Did everything he could to stay alive there. Broke a tackle in the backfield. Collinsville might go for this 4th down.
Well, we won't know until it's time to, because Bagwell has been the punter tonight, and now that he's the quarterback, we'll have to wait along with everyone else to see the result of the play after the snap.
Got a 3-score lead. You could afford to go for this one here and maintain the possession.
Looks like they're going to, as Richardson now stands over the left-hand shoulder of Bagwell. Bagwell.
Yeah, it could be trying to drive off sides, and they did that.
Sure did. Got a free 1st down out of that one. Nice job, Bagwell, with the bark on the signal calling, and that fooled Waterloo, and they should have been told that, you know, hey, it's 4th and 4. They're going to try to get you guys to go offside, so watch out for the bark. So a fresh set of downs for Collinsville, and the ball sits on Waterloo's 43-yard line. Richardson now moves over to the other side of Bagwell on the right shoulder. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson up the middle. He jaunts off to the left a little bit and then gets slammed from behind and then gets pushed backwards. They're going to give him forward progress of about half a yard, if any.
Swallowed up by about 4 guys on the Waterloo defense.
Well, the good news is that the clock continues to run. Collinsville continuing to run the ball here. They are not looking to pass it and have an incomplete pass fall in to stop the clock or maybe get intercepted as we approach 5.5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Swaggart comes over here to the near side. This time Jaden Neighbors comes back in as the lone setback. Here's the snap to Bagwell. The handoff goes to Neighbors. Neighbors, he bounces off of one block and then tries to go straight to the Waterloo sideline, and that allowed McFarlane to catch up, as well as Ethan Horvath in there on that tackle, and no gain again.
Nothing else, kept the play going just a little bit longer. Worked a few more seconds off the clock as we'll go under 5.
3rd down and 9 after Collinsville went for it on 4th down and made Waterloo jump off sides to continue the drive. Collinsville again in no hurry to get plays off. And again, we do not have a clock on the field to let us know the play clock time, so referees keep track of that themselves. And now we have Swaggart and Kershaw lined up on the near side. Jackson Lee on the far, and back to pass is Bagwell. Deep pass down the sideline, trying to find Swaggart, and Swaggart just missed. Right inside the 10-yard line. Swaggart hung with it the whole time. He was double covered down there and almost still came away with that ball.
That's the most amazing part about it. Yeah, double covered. Nearly came down with it at about the 5-yard line.
Shocked that they ran that ball, or threw that ball.
10 yards to go.
We try to catch Waterloo napping here, and now this may be a punt.
Most likely will be 4th and 9. And McFarlane will stand at his own 5-yard line as he awaits this punt from Bagwell into the wind. Here's the snap. Kick is end over end, and the wind takes care of the rest of it. It's going to fall down, take a bounce, and McFarlane's going to pick it up, and he skirts out of one tackle, then gets by Swaggart, but then not giving up on the play was Mondre Kroom, who was the one who missed the tackle initially and then stayed with it and came back and got McFarlane from behind after Swaggart missed.
Don't give up there. Kroom didn't hold his head there on missing the first tackle, just chased him down from behind. Waterloo way back here at their 15, 4:16 to go. Need 3 scores.
4:16 to play, as Chris mentioned, in the 4th quarter. And also, as Chris mentioned, Waterloo needs 4 scores. So that's going to be a tough task in 4+ minutes. Morrow stays in there at quarterback. Daniels goes into motion. Morrow back to pass. Now he's going to tuck it up and he's going to run, and then he's going to be forced out of bounds, and then a hit out of bounds, and just before he got out of bounds, that was a bruising hit over there applied by Nick Becker. We know he can do that.
Yeah, it's dangerous with the tiptoeing across the sideline when you commit to come in and make a stop like that. quarterback could have been a step or two out of bounds, and he could have been too late. It could have been a penalty.
Yep. But the tackle does go out of bounds, which stops the clock at 4:08 left to play. Waterloo look for some run or some passing plays now by the Bulldogs as they're desperate to score. Morrow in shotgun and Chase in motion again, and the quarterback's running for his life. He throws it up and he throws it to the sideline. That's a flag for intentional grounding. Never made it past the line of scrimmage.
That'll be lost and down, so it'll be third. And it was way back in the backfield, so they're going to be half distance goal from the 10.
Yeah.
Back to about the 5.
Penalty stops the clock with 4:03 left. Now the head umpire will let us know it's intentional grounding, loss of down. And it is going to bring up a third down and forever.
So it goes from second and less than 1 to third and
yeah, third and a long time.
Now it's third down and 20 yards to go.
In the shadow of their own goalpost now are the Waterloo Bulldogs. And now they look like they're confused. And they're going to have to call a timeout. They do just that. Waterloo takes a timeout. We will take a timeout right along with them, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Back here at Rogers Elementary School in Waterloo, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Kahawks trying to hold on and pick up their first win in 13 tries, and they only have 4 minutes and 3 seconds standing in the way of that victory. Triad won tonight over Granite City. They will face the winner of the Highland Civic Memorial game. Collinsville trying to move on to the winner's side and take on the winner of the Mascoutah-Jerseyville game that got delayed by lightning. We understand they're back underway. Morrow in shotgun, takes a snap back in the end zone, throws the ball to McFarland. McFarland has a little bit of room before that's eventually swallowed up. And a tackle there by Jackson Lee stops McFarland's progress at about the 25-yard line, or the 20-yard line, excuse me.
So it'll be 4th and 5, and
4th and 5, and Waterloo needs to continue this to have a chance, but I still think that's a very small chance, being down by 3 scores.
Only going to bite and send anybody in the backfield. The punter ran to the outside every time.
Yeah, that's Dustin Crawford. No one back deep again for Collinsville to pick this punt up. Hasn't been all night. And Crawford will go out to his right, and he'll kick it. It's partially blocked. And Collinsville, don't touch it. Oh, it's already, everybody's falling all over it, and we'll find out who has it after they peel off some bodies.
It was Stewart that got through and got the little bit of a block on it.
Collinsville will keep the ball, and they'll have it in excellent field position at the enemy's 37-yard line. 3:03 left to go. So Collinsville blocked it, so it didn't matter after that. As long as Collinsville didn't grab onto it and then fumble it. As long as that ball kept on moving, it was still going to belong to Collinsville. So the Kahawks have the ball 1st and 10 from the Waterloo 37. And Collinsville is just going to run here, I would imagine. Waterloo has 2 timeouts left. They had to use one just a moment ago. And Bagwell back in there. He has Jerry Richardson over his right shoulder. And a false start by Collinsville. Nope, offside by Waterloo. I've been wrong on those all night long.
Amazing. Collinsville had all of them, two in a row.
Yeah.
A few more before that. And is lining up over the ball or offside, just trying to beat their guy, I suppose.
32-14, fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes left to go. Here's the handoff to Richardson. He cuts back by one tackle and tries to skirt past another tackle, but he was not going to get past. They had drawn Wingett, and Wingett made the tackle, and 2:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter, and the clock continues to run. I think it's safe to say Collinsville's going to win this game.
Yeah, Waterloo doesn't seem to be pushing the issue. They punted last time, and I think they're ready to get out of here. And Collinsville, yeah, is going to finally get a win.
Second down and about 3 to go here for Collinsville for a first down. Here's the snap. Bagwell hands the ball off to Richardson. Richardson goes right up the middle and across the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. Gain of about, well, I think he might have gotten enough. I was going to say gain of about 3, needed 4.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give it to him, and Collinsville will move the chains. And the clock continues to run. The clock guy up in the booth didn't even stop the clock for the chain movement.
They didn't realize they did. Now Collinsville, if Waterloo doesn't take any timeouts, can just kneel down on this if they want to.
Victory formation? Not yet. In shotgun remains Bagwell. And we'll expect another handoff to Richardson here.
Waiting for the back judge to signal final.
Got 5 seconds left, and then as soon as he throws up that hand, Bagwell will take the snap and hand it off to Richardson. Richardson up the middle, has some room, and he takes some people with him and almost gets another touchdown. All the way down to the 5-yard line or inside the 10. Can't really tell from this direction. Looks like they're going to drop it down at about the 9. And Collinsville will have the ball first and goal.
Yeah, right on the 10, but now I think they'll take the kneel down now.
Well, they only have 1:28 left to go and a fresh set of downs, which means they do not have to actually run a play. We'll see if they set up in victory formation, and it doesn't look like it. But, yeah, they are because Richardson's in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to kneel down from the shotgun.
We'll still wait until the back judge throws up his hand to let him know there's 5 seconds left on the play clock. Clock hits 1 minute to go here in this fourth quarter. Now Bagwell's ready to go. And the snap and a kneel down. And we'll have to do that one more time. And then this game will be over.
That'll do it. Collinsville going to advance to the semifinals of this Valley bracket.
Who would have thought that after an 0-3 start?
After an 0-3 start, it looks like.
There's a snap and another kneel down by Bagwell, and that is going to do it, folks. Collinsville is going to break a 13-game win streak. Last win back in October of 2018, but no more. Collinsville wins here on April the 9th of 2021 by a final score of 32-14. And a much appreciative crowd here cheers their team on, and the final seconds tick off. And as soon as you hear the horn, it'll be official. There it is. Kahok's win 32-14 as we transition ourselves into the post-game show brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials and give them a call to find out what those are at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Kahok's win here tonight by a final of 32-14, and we're back with the post-game show in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Collinsville victorious here tonight, 32 to 14. Collinsville breaks a 13-game losing streak that dated all the way back to the end of October of 2018. So nice for the Kahawks to get a win. And with the win, they will move on to semifinal action next Friday against either Muscuda or Jerseyville. It didn't start off too great for Collinsville. After the third play of the game, running back Stevie Green went down and injured his leg. He had to be put on a cart and wrapped in a inflatable splint and then taken by ambulance out of here. But that didn't stop Collinsville after that, as a 25-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Richardson. 7:58 left in the first quarter gave Collinsville a 7-0 lead, a lead that Collinsville would not relinquish. 34-yard touchdown run by Jerry Richardson on a fourth down play. So was that pass to Richardson was on a fourth down play. That run came with 11:53 left to go in the second, and then another run, a 14-yarder by the quarterback Colby Anderson with about 6 minutes to go in the first half, gains Collinsville a 20-7 lead at halftime. And then a 10-yard touchdown run by Richardson with 12.5 seconds to go in the third gave Collinsville another touchdown, and we weren't done yet. Another Jerry Richardson touchdown, this one for 37 yards on a running play with 11:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. And then after that, all Collinsville had to do, Chris Kettler, was hold on to the ball and keep Waterloo out of the end zone, and they pretty much did that all night.
Well, you come out with the injury to Green at the beginning of the game. You think, oh no, this is our problems again. But the Kahawks rallied and didn't give up an offensive score in the first half, and then buckled it down after Waterloo went down right away in the second half there. Some great offense there by the Kahawks. Mixed it up there, brought Bagwell in to salt it away in the final moments, and Kahawks feels good to win a game.
Sure does. So Collinsville now 1-3 on the year. They hand Waterloo their first loss at 3-1, and then we'll find out who we're playing next week here in a little while, as the game in Muscuda between Muscuda and Jerseyville got delayed by lightning for a while, so they might actually still be playing. So as soon as we find out who won that game, we'll of course pass that along to you and let you know what the matchup is for next Friday. That's going to do it for us from here. Tomorrow morning, we're back on the air right around 11 o'clock. JV volleyball as Cahokia comes to town. We'll have the JV game on first, followed by the varsity matchup right after that one. And then next week, we have a real busy schedule. We start baseball season. We start softball season. The girls' soccer season starts. Plus, we still have boys' soccer going on and girls' volleyball. And a week from tonight, we have football. We have 6 sports going on at the same time next week.
Yeah, especially next Friday will be a wild one. There's a home softball game and a football game, and even all that before that. Yeah, all these sports are going all on at the same time. Next 2 weeks are going to be pretty crazy. It was already going on this week. Clay Smith he's getting pushed in 90 different directions. All this stuff going on. Lots of sports. It's going to be real crazy the next couple weeks, and then we'll roll into just the regular spring season.
Clay Smith does a phenomenal job, as does Mr. Chris Kettler over here on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke for Chris Kettler. Everyone, until tomorrow morning at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening.